an attempted assassination of 2 young deputies. There was no dispute beforehand. There was no arrest. A man walked up out of nowhere and tried to kill them. It's the kind of thing we refer to as a senseless crime, but it wasn't senseless. There was a reason he tried to kill them. He tried to kill them because they were cops. Can we really be surprised that he tried to do that? Since the beginning of summer, the Democratic Party has told us that the police are evil, that they're killers, agents of racist genocide. Cops are the problem. Democrats have told us that every day for 3.5 months. They put it in their party platform. Finally, at least one man believed them. So he shot a young mother in uniform in the face and ran away. As she staggered out of a patrol car, struggling to breathe through the blood, a group of people in Compton stood across the street and watched. They didn't help her. They didn't call 911. They filmed the woman as she bled out. One of the onlookers celebrated her suffering. Watch this.
They just aired the police out.
This the only
It go up in Compton. Just got aired out, cuz. They just bust on the cuz. That's crazy. 2 sheriffs shot in the face. 2 sheriffs shot in the face. They tripping.
That didn't happen by accident. Again, this is the country they're creating. Someone got aired out in Compton, the man says, laughing. You'd like to know who that man is. You'd like to know where he is right now. You'd like to find him. A young woman shot in the face, gasping for air as she tries to stay alive for her child. What kind of person could laugh at that? You'd like to think that only a monster could laugh at that, but the truth is scarier. Legitimate sociopaths are rare. Far more common are people who believe what they're told, and people like that are everywhere, especially right now. Black Lives Matter has told this man that police officers deserve to die because they're subhuman. So why wouldn't he celebrate their death? He and many others. A mob of ghouls quickly assembled outside the hospital where these 2 deputies were taken. They showed up to root for their death. Then they blocked the entrance and the exit to the emergency room. That meant that ambulances couldn't move. If there was ever a moment when Los Angeles Sheriff's Department would be justified in using immediate and overwhelming force to move these people and to protect the public by doing it, it was this moment. But they didn't do that. Instead, the Sheriff's Department went on Twitter and begged Joe Biden's voters to please move. It didn't work. If anything, the mob seemed emboldened. Watch.
See what's happening right here, right? They got these pigs out here. They are telling us that we cannot come in here and see these individuals who's been shot down at the mother train station.
We hope that yeah, it's gonna be more. We need to get Hey! Yo! I hope they die, motherfucker!
Oink, oink. I hope they die. If you missed the reference there, it means you haven't been following Black Lives Matter very carefully. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon. That's what BLM chanted when police officers were murdered 4 years ago in Dallas and Baton Rouge. This is the same BLM, the very same that the Democratic Party promoted at its convention over the summer, the very same BLM that the unhappy rich lady across the street from you celebrates with a sign on her front lawn that makes her feel virtuous in between yoga classes. That's what they're promoting when they promote BLM. They're promoting people like Kevin Wharton Price. Price is one of the BLM activists who wished the deputies death as they struggle to stay alive. Price is a well-known left-wing activist in Los Angeles. The LA Times, the local paper, has mentioned Price approvingly, repeatedly. On Facebook, Price uploaded a video applauding the shooting of these deputies. Watch it.
An unknown assailant walked up and busted a cap on both of them. Shot him in the head. So, I mean, what are we supposed to do, y'all? We're supposed to celebrate today because the oppressor has been slain. So if this is a start of retribution, then I think this is a very good start.
The oppressor has been slain. It's retribution. It's, quote, a very good start. Is Kevin Wharton Price on a federal watch list? You certainly would be if you advocated terrorism. But it's not likely he is, because Price has powerful friends. Local Democrats in Los Angeles consider him a community leader. Just this February of this year, the LA Times reported that Price's organization, the so-called Africa Town Coalition, met several times with Mayor Eric Garcetti's office. Eric Garcetti didn't think Price was a dangerous lunatic, just the opposite. In fact, Garcetti's office met with Price's group to discuss forcing local businesses to obey their demands. So the guy who celebrates cop killing was Garcetti's go-to consultant for, quote, cultural competency. Mayor Garcetti now says he's opposed to shooting police officers. Too late. We know the truth. Meanwhile, in the nearby city of Linwood, right next to Compton, where the police officers are hospitalized tonight, the city manager, a man called Jose Omatol, also celebrated their shooting. He posted this statement on his personal Instagram, quote, "The chickens come home to roost," quoting Malcolm X. In other words, they deserve what they got.